Yo, Chuck.
Hey, what's happening, guys? So, we've got an algorithm today called longest common prefix. And as you can see here, we're expecting the longest common prefix of these three strings to be CH. So, we've got the strings contained inside an array. So, the first thing we're going to do is just loop over that array. And actually, it might be better to just loop over one of the strings since they all have to be the same thing. And then we can compare that initial string to the other two. So let's do that. Let's make a variable I set to 0, and then we'll do array 0.length I++. So now we're just looping over the characters of this first word, shoot. So I want to test each individual letter and then compare it to the other two words. So I'm going to make a variable called char and set it to, let's see, to the first word at I, which is going to be that letter. So if I was a console.log this out, it should be each individual letter of the word shoot. And it is. Okay, cool. So from here, we just want to compare char to each individual letter in the other two words. So I'm actually going to do another for loop. I'll make a variable called j, and j is going to exclude the word shoot and just focus on the other two. So I'm going to say j equals 1, and j is less than array, actually just array.length because I want to include these two. And then I'll increment j. All right, so now I want to compare, I'm inside the j loop, which is looping over these two, and I want to compare each char to whatever letter is in these two words. So I'm going to do an if statement. If array at I, if char does not equal array at j and I, then I want to return something. So I should probably make a variable called prefix here. Okay. So I'm going to return the prefix, whatever value is left, if the individual letters in this word do not match this word, okay? Else, I'm going to have prefix equal prefix plus char. Actually, I'm not even going to put it inside of the for loop. My mistake. I need to put it outside of the for loop, like that. And then now if I return prefix, it should give me the prefix, and it does. So the reason I'm putting it outside of the inner for loop is I want it to increment after each successful letter as I iterate over the initial word of shoot. Okay? So now let's put in some other words to test to see if it still works. So we'll try flower, flow, flounder. Let's see if this works. And that looks good. So this is just an easy array iteration. I think the logic that's kind of tricky might be this inner for loop where you're starting at the index of 1. But remember, that's just to exclude the word flower. And then you're checking that character, which is the individual letter of the first word, against the other two words and their characters. And then if it doesn't match, you're just returning whatever the prefix is. But if it does match, then you're going to increment the prefix per each character of the initial word. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'll see you in the next one.